We'll go out this way. We've been down here a little bit. We can go down there. But we'll go out this way, out here.
Do those ones first?
Do these ones. And then maybe there's some, I don't have it on the map, but there's like a place up here which I wasn't too interested in as far as I looked at the area around it and didn't like it. We might go out there just have a look.
Well, it's good to know what the land's like.
Anyway, that's the plan.
That's the plan?
Somewhere around here, Nick wants to come down to it.
Alright, a little brief interlude.
Daddy, this is the house.
Can we find it? Our next destination.
Wireless connectivity or cell connectivity or something.
Oh, look at the colours. It's like I've all of a sudden noticed.
So that'd be like a Dutch community in there with all big houses.
You mean the big blue metal park?
The other side of the water.
Aha, the other side. Oh yes,
Man,
yes,
I've lost
yes.
my voice.
Lost your voice. I was like me, last time we wanted to film a video, I couldn't talk.
Take a ride here, eh?
Yes, sweetie.
Oh, slow down, slow
So bear with us, doing all our filming on phones at the moment until we get a new camera.
Yeah, Nate's dad did let us use his for a little while, just to see how he liked it and whether it would be something that would fit. And the answer is yes, it works well.
Oh, woo! Sorry, there's a bump.
But at the moment, with wanting to buy land and build a house, we just can't afford it.
So yeah, on the back burner, phones it is. Thankfully, we've been blessed with good phones.
Going past the trains.
We sure are, sweetheart.
New Kia.
New Kia? You mean new key? A new key.
It's pretty stark, the contrast between the deciduous.
And the pines?
Yeah. I love the red ones.
Oh, the maple. I don't know what they are
I don't
actually.
know what they are,
But they're beautiful.
got red leaves.
Some in
but
In there.
colour.
And I really, really love here, they quite often use like a ash colour pine tree. It's just really nice. It's this nice grey. It looks so beautiful in summer because it's so different from the green, and beautiful in winter because it doesn't lose its leaves and the snow sitting on it just looks beautiful.
Another video which we haven't published. We actually headed out this way to look at land. But we're not going in the same direction. We actually went quite a big loop out further than where we are now. We decided it was a little bit too far out of town, because our plan isn't to actually live here forever. It's like, you know, within the next 5-10 years.
Stepping stone.
You know, build this up and then sell it and move to something bigger, because we don't really, the plan is to always move,
To land.
to more land.
We're going left. So we'll be taking the second exit, which is to the left.
Ah, interesting.
So I need 2 exits on this railway. On this roundabout. Woo!
Gotta be careful in these new areas. Well, all areas, but any areas that are new to you, to, you know, make sure you keep your eyes peeled for pedestrian crossings. Let's see, is it bolted? Bolted.
Oh.
He's hammered it in with a sledgehammer.
Gotta like their lollipops. Look
Oh.
how tiny they are.
It's all tiny balls. Wow.
It's like a...
They probably don't pay as well as the big lollipops.
In Australia we have these big signs, we call them lollipops.
I don't even know if you can see that.
And here they have these tiny little like tea plate size red dots they hold up.
Tea plate.
Tea plate.
Teacup size.
Teacup size. It's like, keep your eyes peeled, people.
I've seen bigger ones, but that's ridiculous.
Oh, it's like
It's like you didn't see the flashing lights on the vehicle, but you'll see this tiny little red reflector.
Yeah, coming up to it very soon.
There it is. There.
That's it over there.
About 21 metres and it goes all the way back to there. It's I think the longest block in this area. It goes basically 2 blocks deep.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 21 metres across, or 22 metres somewhere around there. Not particularly great.
Mm.
So
There's a pump there, which means they're on wells. So here's the pump. I don't know if it's a functioning pump. It's not really a functioning pump at the moment, but there's the water pump. Let's go.
this is the biggest block that is on our list. It's all the way out here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We've got another one a little bit further the other way, but on the other side. So, you want to have a look at that one?
Find the address and let's go.
Yep.
Place number 2. Well, property number 2, I should say.
Yeah.
This one here. Around the corner.
There's some ostriches back there.
Ostriches.
Somebody's got 2 ostriches.
Well, they shouldn't mind us having chickens then, should they?
What are ostriches?
They're a big bird.
Grouse. Wow.
That's 12. Apparently it's here.
No, you can. Where?
I don't know though, this is just where it says.
Nah, that can't be right.
But according to the photos, that free block up there looks like it.
I asked for the cadastral number and they're like, oh, we don't remember. So we don't have it.
And the fun part of trying to actually find the exact location of the block.
So we've just stopped at the next block and it's right underneath the main power lines there. So you're going to hear humming, buzzing all the time when you're at, I don't know, maybe veggies and chickens like that.
We'll be able to pet ostriches.
It's right next to the ostrich farm.
What's that?
Up there, the ostrich farm is working on the fencing.
Power line, sweetheart.
You gotta see, when we turn around, see if you can get a shot of the
I'll try.
house.
Yeah, I'll be on the right side. I'll try.
You see it?
Ah, yes. I saw them.
I saw them this time.
Yay!
And I saw the ostrich.
There you are, there's the sign.
Ta-da!
Motorbikes on it.
Well, I didn't like that block. I don't necessarily not like the area, but it's too close. Like radio tower there, high voltage lines.
Do you want to just pull over here and we'll pick our next spot to go?
So, do we have other ones in this area?
It's a beautiful spot, nice and high. The
If we had more
trees.
time, yeah, maybe, but it's not an ideal block.
Fast at the moment. It's got a toilet on it already. Oh, wink. Oh, jump up. Put that back in the car. So that apparently is the block up there. And the breeze up here, it's just lovely. And once again, some pretty major power lines here. I'm back.
Would be an amazing view. It's just pity it's a triangle block on a hill.
Yeah.
Let's get one of those little tractor things and hook it up.
Ah,
However dim it is, people go up and down the road all over.
look at the train, sweetie pies. Just like home, shunting station.
Yeah, that one is. There's all like, there's all kinds of like different sightings and stuff there.
Cool.
Might be worth checking out.
Did you get the name of the place?
I'm hoping that you caught it on there.
Well, I got the fence, but I don't know if I got high enough to get the
I had to look too far back to see the name. See it.
Sorry. Well, we know where it is on the map, so I can always find it on Google.
Yeah. It's near Mart 54,
And out to the next sort of properties we're looking at, we actually passed the expo centre. Woo!
They have concerts and stuff there.
Yeah. Crayons and stuff. Yes, we did.
That's where they do like little plays and stuff. Looks like.
Yeah. It's a. Is that exciting, huh? That exciting. Been a long day in the car. We're gonna hop out soon. Very soon. This area has a nice town feel about it, as opposed to inner city. Yes, Abu Khanka. I think he lives there because he's there every time we've driven past. Oh yeah, Abu Khanka. Can you say that? Not long, sweetie pie. Not long. We'll be out soon.
Soon and very soon.
Not far.
Up here?
Yep. So we know it's not in this block. It's further out. So we have to keep going along this
Oh,
road.
you end up finding it.
Yes, we did. Well, we think we did. I just love these trees though. There's a cow right in front of us. There's lots of cows right in front of us. Do you see the cows? Woo! They're all milking cows. Hello!
So we're out to Nate's favourite spot. Over here we've got, what do you call it? All kinds of building materials and stuff. Very interesting. Some of it's broken. Somebody building over there as well. And so in the excitement of everything, we forgot to tell you where the block was. But it's down there somewhere.
Down there somewhere. Very nice, beautiful. The golden area. Not era.
Yeah.
Area.
And as far as we can tell, the front faces south, so that's good.
Perfect. So nice. It's so nice actually.
Oh! Is that fun? Alright. I think this is our favourite place. Hey? Hey babe?
Definitely favourite
Hands
place.
down favourite place.
Hands down.
We hope you guys enjoyed coming along for our little adventure. Looking for land. And yeah, we'll see how we go with finding it.
Hopefully we have news sometime soon. Oi.
So we'll have to get in contact with some of these people and have a look more localized in this area, because yeah, we know we like this place now. There is a place we're going to look at on the way home, so we'll see how we go with fuel. We might make it there.
Well, it's about 8 o'clock now. Sun's gone down over there somewhere. So that's west for us. Over there somewhere would be east. And so the front of this block here, faces basically south. There's some really nice like manicured gardens over there that way. Some really nice places. And some really big places in here too. Like over there, it's a big house. Over there looks like a duplex. It's quite a big house. It's got they've also got like a school that way, and like playground and stuff like for soccer and basketball. So yeah, it's pretty good. And my voice has just gone crazy at the moment, so hopefully you can hear me properly. Anyway, that's it for this video. We hope you guys enjoyed coming along, and we look forward to bringing you along on the rest of the journey. The adventure that is trying to find land in Russia.
Trying to buy it? Trying to build it.
Next week we're actually going to pick up the documents for our children, so stay tuned for that as well. We'll try and keep you guys posted with different things in our Telegram channel as well. I'm so bad with the whole what do you call it, social media stuff. It's just not something I'm really that into, but I'll try and keep it up for you guys. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time, hopefully without a funny voice.
Bye. Oh, I should say bye.
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 До свидания. До скорого встречи на моем канале.